Hello everyone. In last class, we learned theory part related to exercise number 16.2. In the theory part, what we learned? We learned about event and we learned about types of events. In types of events, we learn about what is a impossible event, what is sure event, what is simple event, what is compound event. Not only that, we learned two most important definitions. When we say two events are mutually exclusive events, and the definition of mutually exclusive events and the definition of exhaustive events. This is the theory we learned related to exercise number 16.2 in probability chapter. In this class, whatever the problems we will do, all the problems related to mutually exclusive definition. When we say two events are mutually exclusive, if the happening of one event prevents the happening of other event, then we say that they are mutually exclusive. In simple, we written a note. Two events A comma B are mutually exclusive, then their intersection is null set. So, to prove two events are mutually exclusive or not, we will just calculate their intersection. If their intersection is null set, then we say that they are mutually exclusive. So, in exercise number 16.2, first question is like this. I am not writing the question here. I want all of you see the college material, exercise number 16.2, first question. The question is like this. A die is rolled. A die is rolled. E be the event, die shows 4. Okay. A die is rolled. E is the event that die shows 4. First thing, when a die is rolled, what is the sample space? That I'll write. Okay. When a die is rolled, what is the sample space? Sample space. Okay. When a die is rolled, what is the sample space? The sample space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the possible outcomes. When we roll a die, we will get these are the possible outcomes. It is easy to understand. Now, they given two events here. One is the event E, another one is event F. What is event E? E be the event that die shows 4. E be the event die shows 4. If I want to write that event in a roster form, simply I can write like this. E is the event that die shows 4. E is like this. And they given that F is the event F be the event, die shows even number. When we roll a die shows the even number is the event F. So, how I can write F? F, when we roll a die, what are the possible even numbers? 2, 4, 6. These are the possible even numbers we will get when we roll a die. Now, in the question they are asking, are E and F are mutually exclusive? You written a note in the theory part. If two events A and B are mutually exclusive, then their intersection is null set. They are asking in this question, are they mutually exclusive or not? To identify that they are mutually exclusive or not, I will calculate their intersection. Calculate their intersection, E intersection F. Intersection 2, 4, 6. What is intersection of these two sets? Is it null set? See here 4 is the element which is common in both the sets. So, E intersection F you will get like this 4. So, this is not a null set. This is not a null set. When E intersection F is null set, then we say that they are mutually exclusive. But E intersection F is not a null set. So, what we can say? Therefore, the events E comma F are not mutually exclusive. Don't write like ME, you write mutually exclusive. So, in this question they are asking they are mutually exclusive or not. If you observe the question, it is in sentence form. E and F are given in sentence form. I written both in roster method, set form. Both the events I represented in set form, that to be in roster method, so that I can easily check they are mutually exclusive or not. I hope you understand this. This is question number 1 in exercise number 16.2. Now, we will move to question number 2. Okay. Question number 2. Question is like this. A die is thrown. A die is thrown. Again, describe the following events. They given the event A, B, C, D, E, F, like that 6 events they given, and they are asking find A union B, A intersection B, B union C, E intersection F, like that few things they given. Okay, first thing I'll write the sample space and I'll write all the events in set form, that to be in roster method. First thing, a die is thrown. When a die is thrown, what is the sample space? What is the sample space when we'll get when a die is thrown? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the sample space we will get when we throw a die. Okay, describe the following events. The event A is like this. A is the event that it is a number which is less than 7. It is a number which is less than 7. Okay. What are the numbers which are less than 7 we will get when we throw a die? What are the numbers we will get which are less than 7 when we throw a die? What are the possible things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the possible things, right? Now, I written the event A in set form, that to be in roster method. Please check the question. A number less than 7. These are the numbers less than 7 we will get when we roll a die. Okay. Now, second one. B, a number greater than 7. They are saying that B is the event which is greater than 7. What are the numbers we will get when we roll a die, the numbers which are greater than 7? When we roll a die, what are the numbers we will get which are greater than 7? Please answer. Greater than 7 means 8, 9, 10. No. When we roll a die, we will get any one of these things. We won't get a number greater than 7. So, what is the event B here? The event B is empty set. Event B is empty set. Event C. What is event C? I will write here. Event C. What is event C? They are saying that C is the event which is a multiple of 3. C is the event that which is a multiple of 3. When we roll a die, what are the outcomes we will get which are multiple of 3? Yes, multiple of 3. 3. Yes, possible. 6. Yes, it is a multiple of 3. 9. 9 is multiple of 3. But when we roll a die, 9 we won't get. So, this is C. C is 3, 6. Like that, D, E, F also given. What is D? The event D. They are saying that D is the event a number less than 4. What are the numbers less than 4 we will get when we roll a die? They are 1, 2, 3. Right? When we roll a die, these are the numbers which are less than 4. Okay. E. What is the event E? They are saying that E is the even number which is greater than 4. Listen here. E is an event of even number greater than 4. Even number greater than 4. What are the even numbers which are greater than 4? 6 is the only even number which is greater than 4. Right? So, what is E we will get? E is singleton set 6. We will get like this. And F. What is F? F is the event of a number not less than 3. Not less than 3. Not less than 3 means whatever I will write, it is not less than 3. What are the numbers less than 3? We will get when we roll a die. 1, 2. 1, 2 are the numbers which are less than 3 we will get when we roll a die. Here, what is F? F is 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to understand what they are saying. A number not less than 3. You see here, whatever number I will take which is not less than 3. 1, 2 are the numbers which are less than 3 we will get when we roll a die. Remaining all are not less than 3. Correct or not? I hope you got the point. Okay. Now, okay. What is to be calculated now? Right. These are the events they given. All the events given in sentence form. I written in set form. Now, what they are asking, find A union B, A intersection B, B union C, like that they are asking. First thing, they are asking A union B. In set theory, you learn how to calculate A union B. What is set A? Set A is like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Union set B. What is set B? Set B is null set. Union of these two, what you will get? You already learned this in sets chapter. What you will get? You will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct? This is A union B. Okay. Next, A union B is over. A intersection B they are asking. However, intersection means, see, empty set you will get. A intersection B, set A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, intersection null set. What are the elements common in both? Obviously, here smaller set is there. So, intersection of these two is null set. You already learned these things in sets chapter, that's why I am not explaining in detail. You can understand these things. Okay. B union C, you can calculate here the set B is there, C is there, B union C, what you will get? Set 3, 6 you will get. Next, E intersection F, E intersection F, 6 is the element which is common in both. E intersection F is 6. I want you to do these problems your own. Okay. Okay, next, A minus C. A minus C, they are asking to calculate A minus C. A minus C means all the elements present in A but not in C. Okay, what is set A? Set A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus what is set C? Set C is 3, 6. How you will calculate A minus C? All the elements present in A but not in C. Best thing is you just strike off these common elements. What elements are remaining in set A? You write those things. 1, 2, 4, 5. This is A minus C. Okay. And D minus E, like that they given, right? Here F dash is there in this question. F dash. F dash. You know that A dash means U minus A. U is the universal set. Here what is the universal set? F dash. In this universal set is not given, but in this probability, sample space is the universal set. You observe all these sets are subsets of this, right? This is the set which consists all the sets. So sample space acts as a universal set here. F dash is S minus F. Actually A dash is U minus A, na? Like that F dash is S minus F. What is S? S is the sample space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus what is F? F is 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Best thing is you just strike off the common elements which are present in first set. You write those things only. 1, 2. So F dash is 1, 2. So some other bits are also there. They are very easy bits. I want you to try those problems your own. Okay. So we completed 2 problems in this exercise number 16.2. Now we will see third problem. Third problem somehow lengthy problem, right? However, we will do this third problem, right? Okay. Question number 3. Question number 3. First, we will see what is the random experiment. An experiment involves rolling pair of dice. An experiment involves rolling pair of dice and recorded the numbers that comes up. Rolling a pair of dice is the random experiment. Rolling a pair of dice. Okay. Describe the following events. First point, when we roll a die, how many outcomes are possible? When we roll a pair of dice, how many possible outcomes are there? 6 into 6. One die will give you 6 results. Na? Pair of dice will give you 6 into 6. Total 36 outcomes will be there. So 36 outcomes will be there. Don't write the sample space here. If necessary, then only we will write 36 outcomes. If you write, it takes time. If necessary, we will write. Otherwise, not necessary. Okay. Describe the following events. They given the event A, the event B, the event C. The sum is A, B, C events are given. Which pair of these events are mutually exclusive? First thing, sample space. Okay. The event A is like this. What is the event A? The sum is greater than 8. The sum is greater than 8. Sum is greater than 8. So here what I will do, sum they are saying na 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Why this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Because a die contains 6 faces na. That's why like this I written, just to write the events ABC easily in set form. Okay. Pair of dice are rolled na. Pair of dice are rolled na. What they are saying, A is the event that sum is greater than 8. Sum is greater than 8. I'll calculate sum here. See, 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 1 plus 3 is 4, 1 plus 4 is 5, 6, 7. 2 plus 1, 3, 2 plus 2, 4, 2 plus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. I hope you are understanding. 3 plus 1, 4. I am writing sum of these two results, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 5 plus 1, 6. 5 plus 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 6 plus 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? So, this is the sum of the numbers we will get when a pair of dice are rolled. What they are saying, what is the event A? Event A is given like this. A is the event that sum is greater than 8. Greater than 8. You observe these things. This is the outcomes when sum is greater than 8. So, what is the event A? You need to write like this, event A. First one, when we will get this? This is 3 comma 6. 3 comma 6. Okay. First die shows 3, second die shows 6. Okay. Come to this one. This is 5 comma, we are writing from this side na, 3 comma 6. Okay. This is 4 comma 5. Okay. 4 comma 5. Okay. Next this one, this is 5 comma 4. Okay. 5 comma 4. Next this one is 6 comma 3. Okay. Because you see here, we are rolling a pair of dice na. First die shows 3, second die shows 6, then their sum is greater than 8 only. So, I am getting all the outcomes of event A. Okay, next come to this. This is what? 4 comma 6. 4 comma 6. Okay, next this one is over na, 4 comma 6. Now, this one 5 comma 5. Okay, 5 comma 5. This one 6 comma 4. Okay, good, 6 comma 4. Right. Now, this one is what? 5 comma 6. Okay, 5 comma 6. Next this one, this is 6 comma 5. Finally 6 comma 5. Finally 6 comma 6. So this is the event A. I hope you are understanding easily. When a pair of dice are rolled, A is the event that sum is greater than 8. So in this event, whatever the outcomes are there, we'll get a pair. See, you see here sum is greater than 8. You can see here sum is greater than 8. Right? I hope you are understanding. So I written the event A. Now the event B is like this. What is the event B? Event B is 2 occurs on either die. 2 occurs on either die means what? 2 occurs on any one of the die. 2 occurs on any one of the die. Okay. So you tell the results which comes with the 2 comma 1. Okay. 2 comma 2. 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 5, 2 comma 6. Okay, these are the things possible. Next, 1 comma 2, you don't write 2 comma 2 again. 3 comma 2, 4 comma 2, 5 comma 2, 6 comma 2. Right? I hope you understand. You see here, when a pair of dice are rolled, you can take any one outcome which contains 2. See, this contains 2. This contains 2. Either of them is 2. 2 comma 2 is possible because pair of dice are rolled. Now, first die shows 2, second die also shows 2. Other than this, can you identify? Other than these things, can you identify any one outcome? Here actually how many outcomes we got? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See here, 5, 10, 11 outcomes are there. Right? Like that, C also given. What is C? See the question. What is C? C is the event. C is the event. The sum is at least 7 and a multiple of 3. The sum is at least 7 and a multiple of 3. Okay. At least 7. You see here, at least 7 means 7 is included. But if I take sum is 7, it is not a multiple of 3. Even though if I take sum is 8, it is not a multiple of 3. You see here, this result, this result, this result. Sum is at least 7 means this is possible. For example, you take this one. What is this? This is a 3 comma 6. Na? The set C is 3 comma 6. Sum is at least 7, and what they are saying in the question, at least 7 and 1 minute. At least 7 and it is a multiple of 3. See, 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 is a multiple of 3. Sum is at least 7 and that sum is multiple of 3. Okay. Similarly, this one also works. What is this? 4 comma 5. 4 comma 5. Next, this one is 5 comma 4. Okay. Next, this one is 6 comma 3. Okay. And 10 also comes, but it is not a multiple of 3. 11, no. 12. 12 is a multiple of 3. Yes. So what you will get here? 6 comma 6. So how many outcomes we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 outcomes are there in set C. What they are asking, which of the following, when the question what they are asking in the question, which pair of these events are mutually exclusive? Which pair of these events are mutually exclusive? What I will do, I will calculate A intersection B. If A intersection B is empty set, then I can say that A comma B are mutually exclusive. Okay, take A and B. Any common element is there, you check. 3 comma 6 is there anywhere here? 3 comma 6? No. 4 comma 5? 4 comma 5? No. 5 comma 4? 5 comma 4? It contains at least 2 na. Here no 2 is there, I think. See, here either of the die shows 2 na. Here none of the die shows 2. You can check it. So when we do their intersection, you will get null set only. From this, what I can say? I can say that A comma B are mutually exclusive. Don't write ME, you write mutually exclusive. I hope you are understanding. Similarly, you need to check B comma C. You calculate B intersection C. B intersection C is null set. Then we say that B comma C are mutually exclusive. Okay, B intersection C. You see here, in this also none of the die shows 2. In this, either of the die shows 2. None of the die shows 2 here. Check it. So obviously when we do their intersection, you will get null set only. From this we can say that B comma C are mutually exclusive, right? And next, which pair is mutually exclusive? A intersection B, B intersection C is over C intersection A. Okay, C intersection A, C intersection A. You see here 3 comma 6. 3 comma 6 is common in both A and C. So C intersection A is non-empty set. Non-empty set. From this, what we can say? We can say that A comma C are not mutually exclusive. I hope you understand what problems we did in today's class, right? So in next class we will do remaining problems. And remember, for Saturday examination, syllabus is what? Permutations and combinations. Last 2 exercises are there na? Last 2 exercises and probability first exercise. Most of the questions given from permutations and combinations last exercise. Prepare well for Saturday examination. Take care. Bye-bye.